Hi, my name's Mike Hall,
Hi, I'm Allie Tremblay.
My name is Brady Bushnell.
Hi, I'm Sarah Gambrell.
Hi, I'm Paula.
and I'm a volunteer at DHC.
And I'm a volunteer at Downtown Harbor Church.
I'm a volunteer at Downtown Harbor Church.
And I'm a volunteer at Downtown Harbor Church.
And I'm a volunteer at Downtown Harbor Church.
It's honestly something I never saw myself doing. And it's until, you had approached me and we had talked about it briefly, and I volunteered the first time. Knowing how much went into putting the church together, because I always just show up and you see the sign, you see the guy in the parking lot, you walk in, you see, a good sermon. Knowing what goes into the backbone of what gets set up and tore down at DHC every week is just, it's crazy and it's a lot. I believe that volunteering at DHC, it does more for me than I do for you.
I just absolutely fell in love with the family. And so Adam said to me, you need to volunteer. And I thought, volunteer for what? And, they said, anything, just pick something. And he put me on the list to serve coffee that Sunday. And I remember serving my first Sunday at coffee, and I've done it ever since.
I just think it's really good to be involved with other people, have that aspect of community involved every week, and to be around people that, have similar mindsets as you and similar beliefs as you.
Yeah, so I started volunteering originally because it was something that's very important to me that I value, not only to volunteer, but to be around our youth, in a Christian environment. And so that's why I enjoy being with the kids. And I still do it because I absolutely love it. And it's just become a really big part of my life.
Well, I took kind of a strange road to get here. About 12 years ago now, my 21-year-old stepson passed away in Las Vegas celebrating his birthday. And that was a really rough spot. And I really had a hard time trying to figure out why God would take a 21-year-old kid and leave a 58-year-old person behind. So I went through a period of my life where I was mad at God. And I did everything that I could do to do wrong. So it took me quite a while. And during that time, I got assigned to work on a project in Tel Aviv, Israel. A 6-week project turned into be 6 months. And while there in Israel, I kind of had a little divine intervention. And I came to the realization that the reason that God would take Vinny at 21 is because he fulfilled his mission. He touched more people in 21 years than I could touch in 3 lifetimes. So I came away with that as I had a need to serve. My calling was to serve other people. He wasn't done with me yet.
What I love the most about volunteering at DHC is talking with my my fellow volunteers. If I'm out of town, which is very rare, I literally miss volunteering at DHC. Those are my friends.
I love connecting with the other volunteers, actually. I think that for me, a lot of really impactful people in my life I've met through DHC and through volunteering, and I feel like when I show up there early every Sunday, it's not like I have to go volunteer, I have to be there. It's like, no, I'm going to just hang out with the people that I love to be around, and same with the other kids volunteers. I just love catching up with them, in those couple of moments before we even start service with the kids. Everyone's just really wonderful, and so I love connecting with the other volunteers.
I would say just the aspect that everyone that's also volunteering with you and everyone that's there at the church is just very, accepting, and you never feel like you're being left out from anyone, and everyone's really accepting of you, and you're included in everything.
After church one Sunday, nothing unique about my time with the kids that Sunday, but Adam texted me and said, Libby just gave me a recap of her time at church today. And she said, I looked very beautiful in my dress, and Miss Allie looked very beautiful in her dress, and we both looked very beautiful in our dresses. And I think the reason that really stands out to me, not because I got a compliment from Miss Libby, but because I kind of started to realize I was actually building a relationship with her. She started to remember me. And to me, that's something that's so important to me, is to be a good role model for the younger girls. So